Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. So, the plot of this movie is these two sisters named Drew and Maeve go down down to this kind of not really a beach but it's kind of like canyon area where there's next to the sea. They go down there scuba diving, and an accident occurs in which Maeve ends up getting her leg stuck under a rock. So now Drew has to go back to the surface to get her sister free. However, with their oxygen tanks, they'll only have a precious amount of time to save Maeve. So can Drew save her sister in time, or will it not be enough? Well, one thing that you should know anyways is that the calmer you are, the less air you'll use. Anyways, that was my description of this movie, given the best I can. But now I know I said in my last review of Strays that my next review is going to be on The Blackening, and I promise you guys my next review will be on The Blackening. But how I got introduced to this movie is basically I had seen the film come up when I'd be checking the Irish Film Classification Office, but I really only cared about The Blackening, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. But then I was watching this video, can't remember what the video was, but before the video there was an ad, and the ad was the trailer for this movie, The Dive. And well, I'd only known about the film through checking the Irish Film Classification Office. Other than that, I had no idea what the movie was actually about. And when I saw the trailer, I got a little bit of an insight. I was like, okay, what's this movie? I don't know about this film. This looks interesting. And then I saw it's called The Dive and being released August 25th, and I thought, wow, okay, this looks like an interesting film. I might actually go see this. I couldn't go see it in my local Ballincollig cinema because it wasn't playing there, so instead I had to see it at Omniplex Mahon Point. But anyway, so I went to see this movie to see it there a while ago, and I've got to say, this was a really good movie. Yes, I actually really liked this film. So starting things off with the cinematography. Now, this is an indie movie, so this its film doesn't really have a very high budget. The camera that they have gone for this movie was it was really good, and not to mention they actually filmed scenes underwater and stuff, and I've got to say these underwater shots were really nice actually. There were some really nice shots of all the underwater. There was some very nice shots, I thought. And like, um, what's called now, like, obviously, since this is an indie movie, like this one doesn't have a very huge budget, and yeah, there are one or two times where the film can noticeably look a little bit cheap. But I think overall the cinematography in this movie, despite it being a low enough budget, was very good in my opinion. Um, then we have the pace in this movie. Now, this is not a very long movie. This is literally just slightly over an hour and a half long. Um, like, I'll be honest, this doesn't really feel like this doesn't feel like a long movie at all. It kind of does kind of go by a bit alright, and you don't really feel as if this movie is going for very long. However, what I will say though is, despite this film only being an hour and a half, there are, like, this movie is actually it doesn't, I feel like it didn't really, rush through everything. I felt it kind of took up enough time, going into like every single scene and stuff. So yeah, I thought the pace in this movie was very good. The sound and music in this film was quite solid. It kind of feels like a familiar enough soundtrack. But like, it's definitely not bad at all. And like like yeah, it does enough to make you kind of feel the suspense of everything going on. So I think this Warner film is pretty decent. Um, then we have the editing in this movie, and I think the editing in this film is decent enough. I think all the shots they're all edited together quite well. Maybe there's one or two times where it felt a bit weird, but outside of that, the editing wasn't really that bad. Now, as for the characters, now our two sisters, Drew and Maeve, they're really the only two characters in the movie. Like, there's not really any characters in the movie other than these two. And what I will say is, I think both of these characters, they are likable enough characters. You care about them, and you care about what's happening with them and stuff, and you're hoping that they'll make it out alive. And I think both of their actresses, they do fine enough performances. I wouldn't say that their performances are really, great or outstanding or anything, but I think their performances are decent enough. So, yeah, I thought that as characters, Drew and Maeve were quite solid. Now this plot, uh, like this is definitely a survival movie. It's very similar to other kind of survival films, like the 47 Years Down movies and Fall last year. Jesus, it's been almost a year since I saw Fall. How has time gone by that quickly? But anyways, yeah, it has a familiar enough plot, and it was definitely a survival movie. But I think what it does with its plot is very interesting. We've got cause it I like how in this film it's actually you've got two girls again, because like a big trope in these kind of survival movies that's always like two girls in trouble, you know. But what I like is that really it's kind of one girl who is mainly in danger, and the other girl is in danger. Well, the other girl is like trying to help out the one who's in danger, but even then she can kind of be in danger herself, you know, because she has to worry about like not running out of oxygen as well. It's a very good plot. It's one that can feel very suspenseful and everything. And yeah, I thought what it did with its survival plot was done very well. Now as for the narrative structure, now of course the film focuses on its main plot, you know, about this one girl being in trouble and her sister having to help her and stuff. And the film does kind of cut back when we see Drew like on the land like trying to get stuff for her sister, and you also have her sister, you know, trapped under water and stuff. We kind of see a bit of what's going on there. And now there is this kind of a subplot in the movie. I won't say much about this subplot, but it's kind of like the film kind of delves a bit into when these two girls were young and stuff. When they lived with their father, and like one of the girls left. It was kind of tragic and stuff. And the film focused on it a decent amount, but I think it did a decent job with that subplot. The film focused on it a bit, but it didn't focus on it like enough to the point where it annoyed you or it took you out of the whole survival thing. I thought overall it was done very well. So overall, The Dive is a really good movie. Despite not having a huge budget, it is good enough. With what it could do, like where you've got very good cinematography, some very nice underwater shots. Like hence you've got two main characters who are pretty decent, and you're hoping will succeed. And I love what it does with its survival plot, and it definitely has some interesting ideas. And it can be kind of a suspenseful watch. So if you're into survival movies, I'd say this is a film worth checking out. So with that, I am going to give The Dive an 8 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.